we're going to meet the PP boys. They're going to explain us about... Oh, a telephone call.
The cross call.
From cross call. I'm not going to answer. Maybe I should. Hello? Sorry for the phone call. I was saying then today we're going to meet the Production Privée boys. They're going to explain us about the company, how we started and how we meet. Then I think it's pretty interesting and the philosophy they have, it's just amazing. Let's go. Hello!
Guys, I've got two questions. First, what's going on with the goldfish water? And second, when did Production Privée started?
Well, I answer the question because the fish, I don't know, and Production Privée, this is Chewbacca, by the way, nickname Damien, but Damien,
Not
rename.
because of my hair.
Chewbacca, this is Chewbacca. Then Chewbacca, can you answer the question, please?
About the goldfish?
Well, the fish first.
I'm not in charge of the goldfish.
And after...
And Production Privée, PP.
Yeah, Production Privée, PP for the people who knows.
Yeah. So we started, should I look at the camera, should I look at you?
Who cares? Do we have any rules?
No, no rules.
No
rules.
rules.
Yeah, just look at me.
No, well, PP started at the end of 2010. With David and I, we had made a stem for ourselves, dual crown stem, and we were quite happy with it, and it was quite nice. And one day we went at the podium. Cedric was there just after riding, and he saw the stem. He said, "Hey, that's a good looking stem, and why don't you try it just to give us your feedback if you like it, if it's too stiff, not stiff enough." And it's this one, by the way.
And I really like when it's stiff, really. You know?
It's this one. It was this one.
Yep.
The first one.
First prototype.
quite sturdy. And when he came back, I don't know, you rode it maybe for a week and you said, "Hey, I like the stem, I like the stuff, it's nice. And if you do an handlebar next year, I will ride for you." And said,
pretty easy, huh?
We said, "Oh fuck." Oops. And it was at the time that we wanted to start something, and I always wanted to start my brand. Before doing mountain bike, I was really into snowboarding when I was a teenager, and someday I was dreaming of starting my own company, and I get David on board, and it was the moment we said, "Hey, let's go, let's start it." And what we did, we refined the design for a more lighter one like this. Basically, it was a bit more lighter. A bit less stiff, but Cedric would enjoy it anyway, and we begin to work on the handlebars. We made, I think, if I recall well, 6 handlebars.
Yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and we tried different measurements: the offset, the back sweep, up sweep.
Back sweep, up sweep, and 3 different heights. And I remember then I tried everything. And some of them I was getting comfortable in some parts, and some of them in other parts, and it was one would just stand out. That's the one I'm running.
Yeah.
Who was good everywhere, and
it's the same measurement we have on the bars even now.
Yep. Why? Because I always looked at the angle of my hands, and it was a perfect. It was totally natural to put my hands on the handlebar. I didn't have to switch my elbow position or down or up. It just felt, when something felt perfect, that's how I felt. And it was so good. Then when I come back to my other bike, I was like totally lost. All of a sudden I didn't know how to ride, and I'm like, okay. It was a new company, I knew right away, and they've been really fair with me. It's like, "Hey man, we don't have any money." It's like, "Hey, did I ask you any money?" And he's like, "No." I say I like the product and I want to write for it, and it was pretty awesome because, I mean, we kind of knew each other because from Dora, and he worked before in another company, and I mean, I knew they was great, and I knew what they're capable with, and I was like, hey man, it will be no money. It would be just, and I was starting my team at the time, the CG Racing Brigade.
Yeah.
And yeah,
sponsored the question. I really like the picture over there.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of special for me because at the time, I think it was somewhere in June or May. I don't know. It was in La Bresse.
La Bresse.
First year with the brigade.
First year with the brigade. First year with PP, Production Privée.
You were riding the products, but they weren't on the market. So there was Kevin, David, and Marcelo, of course. You both did podium. You first, Marcelo second.
Yeah, but by nothing. It was really good.
It was like the first win on board Production Privée. It's kind of special for us, this picture.
Good moment. Look, everyone is happy.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of
Production Privée. Yeah.
Production Privée and fun time.
It was really cool, and we kept on working on a lot of things, and being on board with them on the World Cup, we noticed that Kevin was always, we know when he was bleeding a brake, he always had Cedric always had to align the brakes again, the shifter, and we said, let's make something. We're going to engrave the. We are going to engrave the bar so that you can number it and you know exactly where to put again the shifter and the brake.
Yeah, and same for the stamp as well.
Yeah.
Because when I fly, I always have to embed my either my stamp or my handlebar, and it was really difficult for me to put it straight back where it was. Then this saved my life many times, especially for I'm really critical and a little bit maniac for my brakes to be lined up exactly the way I want to, and it would take probably, if it don't have this, it would probably take me 3 or 4 runs to figure out where it was before. If not, I will not feel comfortable until I find the perfect position. Then when I knew on which degree it was, and that's that way and that way, man, it was perfect. Then
small details that would make the difference. And same thing. When you unbuild your bike, you put again the handlebar, the stripes on the handlebar, and one of the stem aligns, and your handlebar is centered. So all these kind of details, and everything is laser etched, so it doesn't go away. And here it's sticker, but it's the same kind of sticker of I don't know what you call it, hockey cross.
Hockey cross, yeah, hockey, bro.
So it's
the game, they have a puck on the ground, and most of the time they don't hit the puck, they just hit each other. I love that sport. We keep on rocking hockey, love it.
So yes, it's all these kind of details that we would start the brand with that. So stem, handlebars, and you're talking about the stem, like Cedric said when he came at the office. We are a big fan of cars, and we are especially very fond of Corvettes, especially old one, vintage Corvettes. And we use some stylistical codes on the Corvette to design the stem. For instance, I don't know if you're taking
Corvette. It's even rad. It's even rad.
Yeah, it's even rad. Yes. We take the I don't know what you call the wings. Yeah, kind of the wings. So we try to replicate it on the stem. Same for the little bezel for the rear light, the tail light. It's for the bolt. When you tie them up, it's kind of small bezel. So this pocket, for instance, it's a small hint to the Corvette one. All these kind of small details, and we made the stem like this. But actually, before it came to this result, we went through many design stage. I think the very first one was this one.
Oh, a lot bigger gash here.
Yeah,
it's a lot bigger.
This one was broken on the EN test.
Yeah, because I do all the testing until as well the brakes. I don't know how many cycles.
That was on the EN test. Obviously, for us the EN test is really not enough. So we built this design and we continue on the other one. And actually, The second one was this one, which are almost yeah, it's the ended version. It's the good version, and this one would stand our custom test, which is a mix of impact test and fatigue test, and it's one of the I don't know. I think it's even stronger than the some other stuff that we test. Yes, we tested. We did
from
some
other brands.
Yeah, we did some benchmarking. So
I saw other brand in a thing here, and one day I came in and I'm like, hey, what is all those brands there? It's like this is we've been testing as well other people, then to see how strong we are, and I think it's really important because. Those kind of pieces in the bikes are really important. I mean, it's a handlebar, the stamp are really, it's a major piece on the bike, you know?
Even though if it doesn't look like a major thing,
it is. Yeah.
It's critical because it's your contact point with the bike. If this thing breaks, you can kill yourself.
Yeah, then that's it. What about, how did the idea of making push bikes came?
Well, it came from you.
But why? I don't remember. Just say when I came to you, it's like, hey, let's make bikes for kids.
Yeah, we were a bit like, but what's going on?
Yeah. Because I always wanted to make, because you know, you always remember your first bike when you're a kid, and for me it was just. Something I wanted to make the way I want to please a dad and a kid. And I was like, if I had a kid, I would love to have something super cool and I'm proud to see my kid on. And I came to those guys, hey, can we make a push bike? And he's like, yeah, the people make it like this. I was like, no. Let's make our own push bike like we did for the stamp and stuff. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, we let down all of our ideas and all what we like.
Brainstorming, big one.
Yeah, it was really cool. And we also ended up with a bottle opener for the dad at the park.
Yeah.
It was quite fun, but yeah, we thought about all the small details. And in the end, we really want to please the dad, the parents, before the kid.
Yeah.
So
because it was easier, we relate more to the dad.
Yeah, of course. And so yeah, we try to make the bike as good looking as possible with all the matching artwork between the frame, the saddle, the cockpit. We also thought for using two different colors for the left and right hand.
What a good idea. Because when I was a kid, I had a problem. When my mom told me... It's a problem
in the brain.
Yeah, my mom told me, do this with your left hand. What do you mean left? Left, right, left. Which one is 50-50, right? And I was always getting the wrong one. Then I'm like, hey, let's make it easy for the kids when mom say, do this with your left hand. And when you don't understand, okay, do it with the orange grip or the blue grip. Okay, now I get it. Okay. Because I know it's a big problem when you're a kid it was one for me and it's not the only problem I have. I get, a lot. Then I could understand, okay, left would be the color one. And that's why we make those colors.
Yeah, and we want it to be like a true mountain bike. Because there are some push bikes which are built with the plastic wheels. Like foam tire.
No, we wanted everything real, like a real pressure on the tire, black mean wheels. I mean, everything have to look like a small size of a bike.
And disc brake ready.
Yeah.
Because actually, it's really easier for a kid to pull on a disc brake, hydraulic brake, than like something with cable. They have to use the
full hand.
Yeah, but they have to use it like.
Yeah, because the kids' hands are like this big.
Yeah. And you can pimp it. You can pimp it how you want. There is all the standard you can find on the adult bike almost.
Yeah.
And the good thing is strong enough that we also ride it.
Yeah.
every year.
We make a big race here. We make a big race for the World Championship, the industry race, with Sven Martin and everyone. They're just in front of Riders Boutique. We make a dual slalom, 4 people into the parking, jumping some wood obstacle and finishing and pound a bear. It was pretty awesome all the way to the final. It was pretty entertaining. Then we even used them.
Ride it now.
Yeah, sure. Oh,
ça passe pas.
Slippery, yeah. But yeah, it's funny when especially big guys like him look at big.
David, our colleague, is the best. I think he can pull some bunny hop like this high. He's a bastard.
Yeah, David.
So good at it.
Yeah, David is really good at this. He's a tiny than him. He's a little more tiny, but he's really good at it. Yeah.
I can only put
his feet are so big.
And David is I won't say the word small because he doesn't like it.
Oh no, that's no. He's just. Yeah.
David, if you can hear us.
Yeah, sorry, David.
No.
Sometimes it is what it is, you know.
No offense.
No offense. It's okay.
Sorry.
Shorter than you. That's
yeah.
You can put the feet almost like this, so that's why I think he's so good.
Yeah, that's a little bit of story of Production Privée. Those guys are rad, they work hard, and I'm really pleased to be with those guys for a long time and be able to develop the product for them for DH part, enduro parts, and all the lads, bro. Dirty Sanchez in La Massana, live from Production Privée. Adios.